That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take us in. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal.
Well, we've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give running right, Gibson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play action this time with Love. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your bishop.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second and 5.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Off the play fake, Love. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra points still to come. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But
and now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Throwing. Love. This one left side caught by Gibson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down inside the 30. After one, our score 12-6. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one. And you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And this will be caught by Edwards. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Love, they go play action now. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Love. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Tanner Muse able to record his 5th sack of the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Love. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down now. It's Gibson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Love flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Love now. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. And, Charles, yeah, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully. Now a handoff here to his running back.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He finds his man complete. It's Russell. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the... Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you prayed for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Tanner Muse there defensively.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Love. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down. Love to throw for it on 4th. Buying time to his left. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Love looking to throw it. And this is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And to give this time to the tailback. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 123 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Russell. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Love is going to flip one out here to his running back. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 164 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Play fake. Here's Love. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And now here's a carry heading left. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Las Vegas, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire